Yeah, so how is the situation for you now, being at home, mostly communicating online, having a lot of time?
I guess it's like I was saying, I've been doing things online for a while anyway, so I felt like I guess I had a bit of a head start, as in I've been practicing. But the amazing thing is all the people worldwide suddenly going online, and especially mentors or artists I really adore in parts of the world, and they would only play live and not record much. So today I get to see and hear so much more great music from home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And on the one hand side, of course, it's kind of like, not as professional sometimes as in the studio, but on the other hand side, you have this kind of first take vibe, which is quite jazz.
If you go live, but there's what is live now? Are things really live, or are they pre-recorded? And there's so many different techniques and filters and programs and editing suites that you can really manipulate what what you're putting out to the people in many ways. I guess there's a lot of confusion. People will see it and think it's just a normal performance, but you could be pre-programming a lot of stuff.
Yeah, sure.
It's a strange world we're going into.
I mean, but now when you play piano solo, I mean, this is naked.
I don't know why I did that. It's like reverse of what I've been doing for the last 2 years. Yeah. So it is totally naked feeling. Yeah.
I mean, I make the experience amongst colleagues that, I mean, on the one hand side, it's really triggering a lot of creativity. A lot of people are at home and composing and producing and stuff like that. But also, everybody's a little bit more chilled, also about perfection.
I don't know.
Isn't that your feeling?
Maybe the whole internet is being, completely bombarded with so much information. Even my old school friends are doing musical performances once a week. Yeah. And then you start to understand that it's not all intellectual. It's I really enjoy my mates out of tune singing on the veranda because the energy's there. He's enjoying himself, and that crosses over really well. I think people are letting go and going, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, everyone's a musician today, but that's great. Yeah.
Of course. And also, I have the feeling it's kind of like putting us a little bit out of these boxes, of the industry and touring and record industry. Since we are like more at home, more focused of ourselves, there's not so much, not so much market thinking. We just play what we play and stream it or something like that. We don't really need these channels. Don't know what is your feeling about that?
That's always been a bit of a fight for me. Actually, it was my whole career is having to. You might go very electronic, experimental, and it doesn't fit into a jazz genre on iTunes. It doesn't sit next to Natalie Cole or, Michael Bublé or something. Where does avant-garde music sit? But when you're going to these big stores and iTunes, it has to go to jazz. And that's always been difficult. So definitely today, there's so many places to put stuff. It's a little bit actually overwhelming. I guess I'm looking for more the whole system to be a little bit more organized. But like letting go of genres and stuff like that's really important. But then identifying if the intention behind the music is for the music and not for an advertisement or for a fashion statement or because it's stylistically cool. It's like, how can we sort of filter through all that commercial side of it and then see the guys who are just doing it for themselves or for moving music art forward as an art form. That's the hardest to find today because it's just like so many platforms of it all happening.
I mean, do you do a lot of online performances right now?
Well, this year I had planned to release like 5 projects, different projects I'm working on. So that means I'm in the studio the whole time. So this whole lockdown thing really didn't affect me. If anything, I go outside and it's a lot more calm. After being in the studio all day, it's like, oh, the streets are empty, and which is a nice feeling when you've been inside all day.
When
So
did you
yeah.
move to Berlin, actually?
Well, yeah, last year officially, but I've been coming here for many years. You know, yeah.
And you're enjoying it, or
I love
how
it
do you
here.
feel it?
I love it. Yeah,
I mean, now the good season is starting, right?
that's it. But it's not the same as it was last year, right? So it's a strange thing that everybody is got these new rules in their mind that you know, and so there's a bit of a aggression behind that a little bit, which is not nice. You know, I got kicked out of a shop yesterday for not having a mask. Just sometimes your normal behavior just comes back, right? We can't. It's like maybe we'll have apps that'll zap us if we're we're too close to somebody or something. But it wasn't nice to go into a shop and then get yelled at and get out. You can't come in here. Well, you don't have a mask. It's like whoa, okay, I'm sorry, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But and yeah, I think we can still keep producing and releasing music. So
Yeah,
that's the main thing. Yeah.
Hey, Aron, thank you very much for the performance and for
Thank you.
being part of that. And
Yeah.
hope to see you soon again.
Well, I'm happy XJAZZ is still going.
Of course, we have to. Right?
Cool.
Thanks.
Nice one. Cheers.
Cheers.